Mr. Cunningham, what was the board's response when you asked them if they could give you any satisfaction as far as the parking is concerned?
Well, we had very good response. I believe the engineer, Mr. Harlan, is going to have the mayor call up Indianapolis, which I imagine will be today, to the State Highway Department, and have them send us a written copy. We have a verbal order sent down from them that we will be relieved out on Kilgore, so we hope they stick to their word, and they're going to send the word back in the form of a letter.
Reverend Black, are you satisfied with the board's response?
Well, I believe that they really had to concur to what the state decided to do, and there wasn't much left for them to do except to concur. However, I understand that their authority only extended to 60 days after the signs were put up, and beyond that they had no control. And of course, for that reason, we went to council, got the approval of the council to take parking off. We talked to the state official, and as far as they're concerned, all they want is a place to go into the parking center down there, and that's really all they're concerned about. So a letter is to be written by the mayor to the state, and whatever response is made by the state, then we will have to abide by that.
Mr. Clary, I'd like to ask you, you seem to feel that the board was a little bit hostile. Why?
Well, I feel like if Mr. Price wanted to make a statement last week, he wouldn't raise a finger to help us, because of remarks we made. I believe you ought to come right out as a gentleman and state just exactly what statements we made. If he's going to accuse us, why, let him come out in the open and do it. I believe that they take minutes of these meetings, and they could read the minutes. If we made a statement, we'd like to know what it is. If it's not due to the fact we made a statement, then we think he should come out and say whatever the real reason is behind it. I really don't know.
Mr. Harlan, what is the board's reaction concerning the Kilgore parking this morning?
The reaction of the board this morning was this, that the mayor had not received an answer to a letter that he had written from the council to the State Highway Department. It was suggested that we ask the mayor to make a telephone call and find out if he could get an answer to this letter that had been written because of council action in the form of a resolution.
And Mr. Dixon, what else went on at the Board of Works meeting today?
Today, Mr. Collins, our purchasing agent, made recommendations concerning the purchase of some of our tire equipment. He recommended first that the city get a branding iron and brand the city of Muncie on each piece of rubber that we buy. And secondly, he was concerned about the poor paperwork that's been done on presenting claims, and the board authorized him, or instructed him to write a letter to our suppliers advising that we would not honor any claim where the paperwork wasn't properly done. To it, a receipt acknowledging the receipt of equipment or stuff like that.